Alrighty, I'm going to show you how to change out a ceiling fan. This will be kind of broken down into two parts. I'll show you the taking down of the old fan, and then how to build a fan and then put it back up. So really kind of three parts, but we'll just jam it all together in one. This is actually an already updated fan, but it makes a bunch of noise when it's on, and for me to get up here and start looking at it and figure out if it's out of balance anywhere or anything like that, I might as well just take it down and match the one in the living room that just got replaced earlier. So I gotta take off this little cover right here. This is gonna be a pain in the ass. So those wood pieces right there, it's been shimmed out before because the cradle that's in there is too small for the hole, so it got shimmed out on. Oh, this is gonna suck. Well, some of y'all are gonna have a fun video to watch. Alright, and the wires are short. Yeah, this is, you know, same thing with installing lights. You know, look down over there, the switches are off, so there's no power going to it. No need to find the breaker. It's not gonna get me. Like I said before, I'm gonna try to do these videos with as few edits as possible, because A, I don't have any editing software, and B, I also don't want to. The problem is we switched styles of fans, and the this mounting piece right here mounts from the side instead of the bottom of the new ones. Otherwise I could reuse the same type of cradle, but it doesn't look like it's gonna be that way this time. If I can't double check. Well, yeah, no, see, I can see it already mounting on the side. That's gonna suck. Well, since I'm already rolling, let's go ahead and swap the cradle out, and I'll show you what we're working with there before we change the camera angles. And I got this mounted on my head right now. Like I said, I'm still new. I don't even know what I'm seeing right now. I guess I could set it up to where I could see it with my phone and see what it's seeing, but like I said, I'm just a simpleton. I'm just a dummy. So just bear with me for a second. I never keep the hard point mounted ones. I just keep the ones that slide. We'll save that down here. All right. I try to reuse these screws up here too, because like I said, they typically hold better than what's provided in the box. But if I could swap this cradle out and keep the same shims up there, that would be sweet. So let's gotta start with that. How are they gonna come down? Maybe it won't suck. Let's try positive attitude. Maybe it won't suck. Alright, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save the shims down here. And hell, maybe that's where the grinding noise came from too, or the looseness. Maybe it just needs to be tightened up against some shims. But damage done, so. Alright. I try to run the wires through the middle. Makes it a little easier when you go and wire nut everything back together and you gotta tuck it away. Oh man, I'm such a dropper. I felt like I was about to drop that screw right now. You know, see, this one is kind of wider than the other one. I probably could get away with it, but since these have kindly been provided for us, why not use them? Hey, you guys remember if it was short on the outside or long on the outside? Huh? Oh, fuck it. Well, it's short. I'll do that kind of right there, and we'll come in back. Yeah, something like that. That's one thing you gotta be careful with, tightening shit up. You know, like on anything, you go too tight, it gets real loose. So, there, what we'll do is, so that's red, white, black, and ground. So we'll keep those over there, so when I go to put the new fan up, it'll be out of the way and it'll drop into the cradle, and then I can do all the wiring. So we'll go ahead and end this portion of the video right here. Okay, now it's time to the portion of the video where I show you how to put a fan together. Granted, all fans are going to be different in how the blades mount to the motor, what needs to be removed and what doesn't. But I'll show you kind of how to look at that and make the decision on kind of what needs to be done. Step one is find you a comfortable spot on the floor with your back against the wall and nestle in. I'm gonna mount this bad boy up and I'll show you how we do it. We start unboxing and get all of our goodies out of here. Instructions, we don't need those. We don't need that. So, alright. This and this and this all go together. I don't need that. That's for later. Alright. So first things first, looking at our motor. I know just that the blades go right in here. So, and I can already see how those screws right there, the heads are facing that way. So I know that this needs to come off to go through here. There are plenty of fans where you're gonna have to take the top shroud off, and then that's where you see the blades will mount on the inside. So this one's just kind of reverse. So what we do is, fucking hair, gross. I'll start off by taking these off, and these you only need a couple half turns. There we go. Man, these bad boys are in there. Yeah, I try to avoid using a drill on these type of screw heads. They strip so easy. And once you got a stripped one in a fan, you might as well just throw it away and start over. It's not like anything else where you can just cross thread it and send it and be good. These things are a pain in the butt sometimes. So we'll just take the light assembly, set it right there. That's all we need. If you are going to use your drill, set the torque kind of low. We'll use these to take these out. And see, in some fans these won't even be in here. These screws will just be in a bag and these will be a hole. So this is actually kind of an easier fan to put together, less blades. They already got half the screws in here for you. Alright, So, now remember this is kind of reverse. When we got something like these dual-sided fan blades, as far as color here. So, we got a silver, and we got kind of a grayish brown. We're gonna do brown down. But remember, the light would technically be on the bottom. So in our scenario, brown is going to be facing us. So just run it through the edge, kind of open up one of these slots so you can see through. And this is why I build it in my lap, because my leg can kind of hold the fan blade a little bit better. And once we get that first one in, I want to test my torque. Let's go down one or two more. There we go. And then we can always go back and make sure it's nice and hand tight. But this will make it go a little faster. And then in some fans, you know, you end up dropping the screw. Me, I'm a dropper. You'll drop it somewhere, and you just got to give it the old shake. You just got to pick it up and start shaking it out, especially when you mount the blades through the top, because then the screw doesn't, you know, fall all the way through and gets underneath everything. You just gotta pick it up and, you know, shake it like it owes you money or something, and it'll eventually pop itself out. Like I said, I can always come back and test. It's pretty tight, pretty tight, pretty tight. So no, that thing's set to where I want it to be set at. Load up a few more in my hands. There we go. Try again. And then once I have that pivot point in, I can move it and line up the next two. Ugh, get out of here, box. Last three loaded up. And two, down the line, man, if you get like some magnetic tools, that'll help you out too. Some of the other guys at work have magnetic stuff. I don't, because I'm fucking cheap. But, you know, if you can find yourself doing a lot, you know, like me, you should get some. Try again, you little son of a gun. So I got my elbow down on this one fan blade to keep it propped up, and my lap holding the other one. There we go, dropped right in. That's also why I got a smaller drill. In a little more compact areas, I can hold it above my head for a while without it killing me. You know, some of these people got these big Ryobis and other stuff. Man, those just get so bulky. And I'm not a brand diva at all. I mean, hell, you can go buy all your shit from Harbor Freight for all I care, as long as you can get the job done. But I just like to make it easy on myself as much as I can. All right, so this is where we took the screw out. So we know that's gonna go into that hole right there. So we'll tuck all of our cords back in and find these. You put your fingers on it and kind of slide that bad boy back over. Find the screw we set aside. And I know I said use hand tools, but You know, that's what happens. You do it at your own risk. You strip it out, it's on you. Same way, if I strip this out, it's on me. It's my job to redo, not yours. So, we'll flip this bad boy over, and I'll show you how to do the drop down thing. You know, you can get different sizes and all that, but we just install with what it comes with here. Alright, and so you have to take your drop down rod, run it through this, because this is what's going to cover everything in the cradle, and then on it just like that before you run your cords through it. If you don't, you end up having to disassemble this top piece and do it that way, or take it all apart and retry. So I'm just gonna shove these up through here eventually. Got one. This usually never happens. Come on, what are you doing here? Just getting cut up on that screw head. Damn. Yeah, you guys think I would have done this before? I'm showing you guys a video on how to do it. Come on, you piece of shit. There we go. Alright. So what you want to do is you got to back out these two screws. Flush with the threads. Pull out that retaining pin. Alright. So you just drop that down. You're gonna put the retaining pin back in. You gotta kind of wiggle it around to get it around the cord. There it is. A little Carter pin. Alright. You can tighten these bad boys back up. Alright. So that covers that. This will cover that. Some fans you'll get, and you'll have a mile long worth of cord. I usually go to the first bend, excuse me, and snip them, but this style of fan that we're ordering seems to come with just the perfect length. And since we're going ahead and still rolling, why don't we just throw that bad boy up in there and call it good. So you got this notch right here. It's gonna find that notch right there. So once it drops in, you need to spin it until it drops. Boom, right there. Just get us a handful of wire nuts here and just make something happen. All right, let's go ahead and get your greens out of the way. I don't even know if y'all can see this. It sucks. I need to figure something out here. I'm gonna do it like this. Alright. We'll use the yellow one for these because there's 3. Tighten them up, tuck them away. Alright, black goes to black. When you look at your wiring diagram, your red, this red is going to connect to the actual light switch. Whichever one operates the light behind the wall, it'll have a red running to it. So red is your switch. Well, in the light kit for the light, blue operates the light. Black is power overall, so you could technically run the fan without running the light, as long as the unit has power. So like if I stopped right here, I could turn the fan on with black to black, white to white, green to green. I could run the fan, but there'd be no power to light. And so it's red wires and electrical is usually going to be switch. Let you know it operates a switch. But you can't always take colors for what they are. I mean, technically you could replace everything with a black wire and you just have to trace everything around and know it. But, and just like that, it goes on. And see if we can't tuck these shims back in just a little bit. Let me get a little tapper. We'll grab this, we'll grab this. That should do it. Boy, let's give it a little tap. What are we seeing over here? All right, that's covered up. That's good for me. I try not to run caulking around the base of these fans. It's a pain in the butt when you go to change something out. But nobody's gonna see that. That's good. Man. All right, all that's left is to put the goodies on it. Your little cover.
Did you turn any breakers off on purpose?
If they're off, they're off. Which ones you need on?
I was wondering, the one in the kitchen was off, the one in the living area was off there.
What are you trying to install that you need the breaker?
I was just gonna turn it on, make sure everything was working.
Well, I got to change out all the GFIs and all the plugs in the kitchen, so that's why they're off. Gets on my fucking nerves. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, so we just put our goodies on real quick and give it the old taste test and see if it goes or blows. These right here are different speeds, so that told me right away that that was the fan side of the pools. All right, and right out the gate, it's on turbo. Turn that one down. There's the light. Your switch is going to be orientation of the fan. Turning counterclockwise looking up puts air down. If you turn it the other way, the fan will rotate clockwise while looking up and actually sucks air up. So it's Texas, there's no reason to do that. So always needs to be going counterclockwise. No shakes, no nothings. We're good to go. That's a fan installed.